It's open source tech here, and today's topic is Linux Basics Part 1. In this video, you will get introduction to Linux, introduction to terminal, directory, types of directory, what is pwd command, what is cd command, and what is the UMI commands. So let's start the video. Number 1, introduction to Linux. I'll start by saying that nearly every professional and expert hackers uses Linux or Unix. Although some hacks can be done with Windows and Mac OS, nearly all of the hacking tools are developed especially for Linux. There are some exceptions through including software like ZenMap and Metasploit that are developed or ported for Windows. When these apps are developed in Linux and then ported over to Windows, they often lose some of their capabilities. In addition, there are capabilities built into Linux and simply are not available in Windows. That is why hackers hacker tools are in most cases only developed for Linux. To to summarize, to be a real expert hacker, you should master a few Linux skills and work from a Linux distribution like Backtrack or Kali or any other Linux. And next one is terminal. What is terminal? To become proficient in Linux, you must master the terminal. Many things can be done now in the various Linux distributions by simply pointing and clicking similar to Windows or Mac OS, but the expert hackers must know how to use the terminal to run most of hacking tools. If you have ever used the command prompt in Windows, the Linux terminal is similar but more powerful. Unlike the Windows command prompt, you can do everything in Linux from the terminal and control it more precisely than in Windows. It's important to keep in mind that unlike Windows, Linux is case sensitive. This means that desktop is different from desktop, which is different from desktop. Those who are now to Linux often find this challenging, so try to keep this in mind. Next is directories. Directories. Let's start with some basic Linux. Many beginners get tripped up by the structure of the file system in Linux. Unlike Windows, Linux file system is not linked to a physical drive like in Windows, so we don't have a C drive at the beginning of our Linux file system, but rather a the forward slash is the forward slash represent the root of the file system, or sorry, the forward slash represent the root of the file system or the very top of the file system. All other directories folders are beneath this directory, just like folder and subfolders are beneath the C drive. It's important to have a basic understanding of this file structure because often we need to negative through it from the terminal without the use of a graphical tool like Windows Explorer. A couple key things to note in the graphical representation. The bin directory. Bin directory is where binary are stored. These are the programs that make a Linux run. Then etc directory is generally where the configuration files are stored. In Linux, nearly everything is configured with a text file that is stored under etc. And dev directory dev directory holds device files similar to Windows device driver, and var directory is generally where log files among other files are stored. Next one is pwd. When we open terminal in Linux, the default directory we are in is our home directory. As you can see you can see if you are using any Linux, it's to it's to right of the root directory or one level below root. We can confirm what directory we are in by typing pwd. Pwd stands for represent working directory, and as you can see, it returns in terminal as a root, meaning we are in root user directory. Don't confuse that. Don't confuse this with the top of the directory root. This is the root user directory. pwd is a handy command to remember, as we can use it anytime to tell us where we are in the directory. And next one is cd command. When we change the directory we are working in by using the cd change directory command. In this case, let's navigate up to the top directory structure by typing in terminal cd, the cd followed by the double dots, like this. Double dot says move me up one level in the directory, and notice that our command prompt has changed, and when we type pwd we see that Linux responds by telling us are in the slash or the top of the directory or the root directory. Next is wmi commands. In our wmi commands, this command will return the name of user we are logged in as. Since we are the root user, we can log in to any user account, and that user's name would be displayed here. So, Linux Basics Part 1 is completed and Part 2 is coming soon. If you have any questions, then you can ask me in a comment box. And please like, share and subscribe my channel. It's helped me a lot. Thanks for watching.